In 2026, the American seafood market has undergone a significant transformation. The rise of sea-to-table delivery services has democratized access to high-end, wild-caught fish that was once the exclusive domain of coastal five-star restaurants. However, this convenience comes with a hidden PHH, public health hazard, the resurgence of methylmercury as a primary dietary concern. While many U.S.-based services market themselves as sustainable or artisanal, they often source from specific geographic zones in the Gulf of Mexico, the South Atlantic, and the North Pacific that are currently experiencing record-high mercury methylation due to rising ocean temperatures and industrial runoff. In 2026, wild-caught is no longer a synonym for pure. Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video. Here are 4 prominent US-based sea-to-table chains and services flagged in 2026 for sourcing species from high-mercury risk zones. 1. Sea-to-table Gulf of Mexico sourcing. The service, based in Brooklyn, New York, Sea-to-Table is one of the most successful direct-to-consumer seafood companies in the U.S., specializing in connecting small-boat American fishermen with home cooks. The high-mercury zone, the Gulf of Mexico. The toxic catch, Gulf golden tilefish and king mackerel. The reality, Sea-to-Table frequently features Gulf-caught tilefish and king mackerel in their southern-sourced bundles. In 2026, Gulf tilefish remains the highest mercury fish in the U.S. commercial market, with mean levels averaging 1.12 ppm, surpassing the FDA's action level of 1.0 ppm. The PHH factor, because tilefish are long-lived, up to 35 years, and inhabit deep water burrows in the Gulf, they accumulate decades' worth of industrial mercury that has settled on the seafloor. For a pregnant woman or a young child, a single 6-ounce serving of this gourmet catch can exceed a safe weekly neurotoxic threshold. 2. Fulton Fish Market, Atlantic Apex Predators. The service, operating the digital storefront for the iconic New York institution, Fulton Fish Market delivers almost any species imaginable across the continental U.S. The high-mercury zone, the North Atlantic and Mid-Atlantic bite. The toxic catch, swordfish and mako shark. The reality, Fulton is the go-to for big game steaks. However, the North Atlantic swordfish they source are apex predators that exhibit some of the highest biomagnification rates in the ocean. The PHH factor. In 2026, Atlantic swordfish have been found to have higher mercury concentrations than their Pacific counterparts due to the historical industrial density of the U.S. eastern seaboard. Samples from the Mid-Atlantic bite frequently test at 0.99 ppm, sitting dangerously close to the legal limit. The verdict, while the sea-to-table marketing emphasizes the romance of the New York docks, it often fails to highlight that these large, older fish are biological mercury sponges. 3. Vital Choice, Pacific Bigeye Tuna. The service, now part of the 1-800-FLOWERS family. Vital Choice has long been considered the gold standard for health-conscious seafood, often recommended by functional medicine experts. The high-mercury zone, the Central and North Pacific. The toxic catch, bigeye tuna. The reality, while Vital Choice is famous for its low-mercury sockeye salmon, they also offer premium bigeye tuna. Bigeye is significantly more prone to mercury accumulation than the skipjack or yellowfin often used in cheaper cans. The PHH factor. In 2026, the North Pacific has been identified as a deposition hotspot for atmospheric mercury traveling from Asian coal plants. Bigeye tuna, which live longer and grow larger than other tuna species, show average mercury levels of 0.69 ppm. The verdict, even a health-first brand like Vital Choice cannot escape the geography of the Pacific. Consumers often buy these ahi steaks assuming they are as safe as the brand's salmon, which has a mercury level of nearly 0.01 ppm. 4. Riviera Seafood Club, Mediterranean and South Atlantic Imports. The service, a high-end U.S. distributor based in California, Riviera focuses on sashimi-grade excellence, delivering elite species like bluefin tuna directly to the consumer's door. The High-Mercury zone, the Mediterranean and Southern Atlantic. The toxic catch, bluefin tuna and Mediterranean swordfish. The reality, Riviera specializes in the king of fish, the bluefin. However, the Mediterranean Sea is a semi-enclosed trap for heavy metals. The pH factor, recent 2026 testing of Mediterranean bluefin, often farm-fattened in pens after being caught in the wild, revealed mercury levels frequently exceeding 1.5 ppm. Because these fish are fed a diet of smaller, oily fish to reach odoro fat levels, they magnify the mercury of every fish they eat in the pen. The verdict, for the U.S. consumer, this is the ultimate gourmet trap. You are paying a massive premium for a cut of fish, the belly, that is not only high in fat, but potentially the most toxic part of the animal due to the way methylmercury binds to tissue. The 2026 Safe Plate Audit. In 2026, the responsibility for seafood safety has shifted from the regulator to the consumer. If you are using a sea-to-table service, your health depends on your ability to look past the wild label and into the trophic level of the fish. The small is safe rule. In 2026, the safest gourmet options are low-trophic species. Sardines, anchovies, scallops, and wild Alaskan salmon consistently test at the lowest levels of mercury, often undetectable. The geography audit. Always check the catch zone on your delivery invoice. In the U.S., fish caught in Area 67, Northeast Pacific/Alaska, are generally 50% lower in mercury than the same species caught in Area 31, Western Central Atlantic/Gulf of Mexico. The selenium balance. Some 2026 nutritionists suggest looking for this selenium health benefit value, HBV. Selenium can bind to mercury and prevent it from damaging brain tissue. Species like yellowfin tuna have a high selenium to mercury ratio, making them safer than swordfish, which has a negative ratio. The lab transparency requirement. By 2026, several clean sea-to-table startups, like Seatopia, have begun including QR codes on every vacuum-sealed portion that link to a batch-specific heavy metal lab report. If your current U.S. chain doesn't provide this, they are falling behind the safety curve.